Breaking down a lake that you have never been on can be a challenge for any angler with any expertise. Add to it that the lake does not have the best maps with contour lines. Today, we're about to take this challenge and attempt to catch 15 pounds of bass in under 4 hours. Got one. Yep. I'm about to boat flip this fish. There we go. Boom. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Welcome guys back to Bass Fishing Declassified today. Hey, we're on a lake I've never fished before, and my man, we got a guest today, and this is a special guest to me. Since Reed, and man, guys, we haven't fished together in 3 years, and we're on a lake. He's only been on it twice before. Haven't been out here in a month and a half. This is my first time. Look at that fish right there, guys. All right, guys, that fish right there weighed 306. We actually have 2 fish. Reed caught one right before this. We have 2 fish for 445, a good way to start. I'll talk about how I caught this fish here in a second, but we're going to try to catch a couple more. Today, we are at Lake Nimrod that is located in west central Arkansas. This is considered a lowland reservoir, but to me is a pretty unique body of water. There is a main lake section and a river section. For this challenge, we're going to be in the river section today. This is the first week of August. Water temps were in the low 90s and the air temperature is hot. It has been 100 degrees a few times this week, and even today it hit the 100-degree mark. That's a good one. There you go, get him in the boat. Good fish, there we go. All right, guys, we just caught our 5th keeper right there. This one weighed 275. We have 5 fish right now for 10.5 pounds. What we're on right now is fishing these ditch mouths. I'm gonna let Reed let that fish go, but we're fishing these ditch mouths off the main river. Just a, I say easy pattern in a way, just a way to move, cover a lot of water when you're on a lake that you're not familiar with. Once again, this lake has no contour lines, definitions at all. So we're just trying to fish these ditch mouths. We're fishing on these ditch mouths right now. There are 2 types of cover, maybe even 3. Let me go back. One of them that Reed just caught that fish out of is brush piles. You see the bank here on this lake. There's a lot of brush. People will pull them off on these points. The second piece of cover is your stumps. There are some stumps on some of these, just stumps that were there when the lake was made. And then the third one's the sneaky one, are your hard spots, your shell beds, your hard spots. Now, hey Reed, where'd you just catch that one on?
Man, I'm throwing.
If you want to get better at catching bass and learning more about your electronics or other fishing techniques, hey, check out my Jimi Eastern Fishing Facebook page. I am doing right now on the water lessons, guide trips, and electronic lessons as well. Let's get back to the video.
A Zoom Magnum trick worm here, just in the watermelon candy color, using a 3/8 ounce football head, shaky head here with just a 3/0 hook. I like to use the smaller hook. It gives a lot more action in this worm. You can see there, you got so much more action. I've thrown it with 4 5/0 hooks, and I get more bites with that smaller jig head. So that's where I'm gonna stick.
Our man's sharing the juice right there. That smaller hook's a little bit of a sneaky thing. Now, hey, we're gonna go try. He just lost one off this brush pile, and I'm back here trying to throw my crankbait and catch a fish. We got to get a couple more good ones for you guys. How we decided to attack the river is by covering a lot of water in the short time of 4 hours. Since we are new to this body of water and do not know how to run in and out of the areas such as backwaters, you have 2 options of how to attack it. The first is to pick a backwater off of the river and break it down. Then the second is to stay in the main river. With us staying in the main river, there are a lot of different techniques, strategies to go attack, but we went with this one as dependable if you know how and what to look for. These ditch mouths are the center of 2 waterways meeting. You have your main river, and then you have your ditches connecting them to the backwater areas. These intersection points of the main river and ditches can be like a Buc-ee's, a Pilot, and other major gas stations that are right off interstates connecting to a good-sized city. Each ditch mouth can be unique in its own way with the type of cover and even the layout. For this lake, we found man-made brush piles, stumps, rock, and then of course my favorite, shell beds. This strategy can be a lot better if you do have current, which right now there is not any current. And in this case, the fish will suspend, roam around these mouths, and then will go up to feed when they want. We would idle around the ditch mouths, try not to get too close to them, and use down imaging, side imaging to see how the activity was. Then we would drop the live scope and look for the fish. We caught fish relating to the mouths, but we also caught fish near the mouths. Of course, the power of having forward-facing sonar can help with finding the fish and where they're relating to the mouths. But even before, when I did not have forward-facing sonar, I've caught fish by taking this technique at other places similar to this one. Today was more of a junk fishing type of day, as we caught fish on square bills, 5XD, a hair jig, big worm, and then as you just saw, the shaky head worm. There we go. Get him in the boat. Get him in the boat. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Cole. We got a Cole.
Took my 10-inch wire.
What we just made is we decided to fish some laydowns brush that's shaded off the main river. Reed just came right up here, caught this good fish. Our camera's off back there. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Let it go. I'm gonna have to go let Reed catch another one. We have 11.5 pounds. And one thing to note about this, Reed caught it with his eye. There was brim beds up there on this main river. So we saw them there shallow, and that fish was shallow. Hopefully Reed can catch us a 5-pounder so we can call this thing done though real quick. Another strategy, and one in my opinion that is very effective later in the summer, which of course is the time frame that we are in, is finding brush laydowns off the main river where shade can be present. Bass will move to where you have these pieces of cover. The bass will use these pieces of cover as a home base and will eat forage that comes by, or even in this unique situation, there were brim beds that were down the way. Later in the video, we will go over why we did not do this strategy sooner in our day. Uh-oh. That's a big one. Where's the net?
No.
This right here might get us to the 15.
Yeah.
Right at the end. Got it. I didn't even extend the net. Good job.
Let's go.
Heck yeah. Right here at the end of the challenge.
P4.
It says 3.6. 3.6. Puts it 13.5 though. Heck yeah. Okay guys, hey, we just had some excitement right there at the end. Challenge is over. We decided, hey, we did this for 4 hours once again on a new body of water for me. My man Reed here, last time he came out here was early June, and a lot's changed since then. Guys, we ended up with 13.6 for 4 hours of fishing. And man, I appreciate you coming out today and letting me film and getting to hang out.
Hey man, it's always a pleasure when we get together. Longtime friends, been doing it a long time, and I'm always grateful when we get a boat together.
And guys, since I've started this, I don't get to fish with all my friends and people as much. And so I got to talk with Johnny. I was like, hey, I'm about to start filming some Catch 15 with old friends. Let y'all guys see us communicate, have fun in the boat, and appreciate you watching. Now, just a little bit about today. This lake, okay, we're going for 15 pounds, and it's doable. Like, there's a tournament tomorrow. It's going to take 20. And then this lake has some fish, but we're new to it, and just to kind of talk about our pattern just a little bit, because I know we've talked about up to this point, we were trying to fish the mouth of these ditch mouths on the main river. It's hot though. Water is 92 degrees. If we had some rain, had some current, I think this would have been better. But what we got on later, Reed mentioned it. Reed's like, man, we probably should have fished some lay down shade on the main river. It goes back to an old trip when me and him fished another lake similar, river section similar, not gonna say the ones, my people that know me can guess it. And we got on this flipping shallow bushes, shallow cover in the main river. And if I think we'd done that earlier, we might have had a chance at the 15.
You know, I think so, because we were definitely getting a lot of bites when we were doing that. Maybe the quality wasn't maybe in those laydowns, but definitely the bites. When we started doing that, I mean, it was automatic. I mean, we were calling shots. You know, you could just tell that perfect shade, that perfect laydown. One was sitting there, and they were shallow there.
Yeah,
shallow.
And that's one thing. I got told that these fish will be shallow here, guys. And one of the things that I know we were doing earlier, fishing these ditch mouths and using the scope, and people that know me, and I mean, even Reed, I want to use a live scope as much as I can right now. I know there's some people that watch this and are going to get mad at me, but it's just, I'm trying to learn it and use it. And so how we were fishing earlier, I mean, we're trying to use it. And I think it could have hurt us today in a way. We were just talking. I think one pattern, and my people that know this lake, and as y'all see, we're in the river section. It's staying muddy water. I think if you commit to a buzz bait all day, all day, you're going to get 5 bites that can put you over 20 pounds maybe. If you catch them, put them in the boat, 15 for sure. And that's what we were just talking about. But we just didn't want to do that today. We wanted to try to use our electronics, use the scope, and it was pretty cool how I was literally, guys, about to come up here, and Reed said, hey, look, there's some fish out here, threw out there, and you brought that one, our biggest fish of the day, which was 3.7.
Yep, just caught it on crankbait. Saw a couple out there, just grinding that 5XD out here on some drops and different things like that around some wood, and she laid into it and gave me a good fight, so we got you a little good footage on that.
We thought it was a bigger fish for a while.
we were trying to sit down and make this video, and all of a sudden, hey, we got a good fish. So we had to stop for a second.
Heck yeah, guys, and just say, you know, if you're interested in any of our tackle, anything, I'm gonna put all the links in the description below, guys. Appreciate you coming out today. Let us know what you think about the video. Think about me having Reed along. I know last time I had Halton, got a lot of good feedback from it. And guys, appreciate you. Check us on the next one.